Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 205. This marks the first episode of The Search for the Magic Man, and we are deep in the throes of Adventure March, which means it is incumbent upon me to tell you about our special live stream this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/Adventure Incorporated. This week we're doing a live show of the podcast. That means that it's going to be an alternate reality story of the Many Pennies. It should be a ton of fun. Please, please, please come and join us. We're going to do a giveaway, and everyone who's in the chat will get an entry into the giveaway, as well as our patrons. It's going to be a blast. There's going to be cool stuff. You absolutely should be there this Wednesday and every Wednesday this month, because we're going to be doing cool stuff all the time. We want to give a special thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/Adventure Inc. Patrons like Brendan, Daric, Feral Joe, Crystal, Sean. Without the patrons, there's so much of this could not happen. We really, really appreciate all of the support that they give us to allow us to continue to make this show for you for free. If you get value out of the show, consider heading over to patreon.com/Adventure Inc. and becoming a patron as well. If you're looking for another way to support the show, you can head over to adventureincpod.com/shop, or just go to the main page. There's a link there. That's where you can go to get cool Adventure Inc. merchandise. We've got t-shirts, we have stickers, we have posters. One of the t-shirts, our limited edition t-shirt, the Holy Bananas Y'all Uthral t-shirt, is limited edition. That means it's only going to be there for 6 months, and then it's gone. We're going to replace it with something else down the line. But if you want to get your hands on it, now is the time. AdventureIncPod.com. Head there, check it out. Hopefully you won't regret it. That's all I got. Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and wenches, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth, the fighter monk.
Like, usually when you bring people back from the dead in books, it turns out really bad.
That's just to sell more books.
ReedJebeddo, the rogue.
God, it's so good to see something positive happen. God, I'm so glad to be back home. You know, let's make sure we get Clug fixed up, then we'll have 2 under our belts. This is awesome.
Jennuvera, the sorcerer. Jennuvera, you are a powerful sorcerer capable of very strong magics.
Oh, this is the first time someone acknowledges how good I am at magic and convict me of a fucking crime? What the shit?
Gillik, the paladin warlock.
Can we find you, like, something else to tap into instead?
Yeah.
What, give it 4 levels of warlock? Are you shitting me?
And Asher, the druid barbarian.
Asher, like, puts his hand on Jebeddo's shoulder. This is the most affectionate you've ever seen Asher.
Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dark miasma pours off of the orb of shadow in your hands. It coalesces near the floor and then fades away at the edges, but it seems to continuously steam with this dark energy. And the orb itself is like a large glass orb of just black. And it rests in your hands.
Yeah, I imagine it's heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm holding it, right? Or who's holding it?
It would have been... It's Gillik who is holding it.
I thought I was holding it.
Oh, okay.
Because
Right.
he... Yeah.
Because I was Asher.
Yes, that's the confusing part.
Right.
That's what I was asking.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna use Divine Sense. I want to see, but I do have some ideas about what this is, because we were in transmutation, and so I don't know if this is because I was thinking of a black orb, right? I don't know if because transmutation, does that have like teleportation stuff in it?
Not teleportation, no.
Okay, what is transmutation magic?
It is altering one thing into another thing.
Okay, all right, and this is the orb of shadow. This is like a very specific thing, or this is an orb of shadow.
That is it is an orb of shadow, like divination is a divination pendant, or like abjuration is an abjuration shield.
Okay, all right, that's what I thought. But I got it through transmutation, which means something turns into this.
When you activate your divine sense.
Yeah.
At first, there is nothing you detect from this orb. It is truly neutral to you. As you focus your attention on it, you start to detect something very faint, very distant. And as you are sort of drawn closer to this orb, it is almost like you feel small whiffs, tendrils of
okay, gotcha.
bad smell coming from the orb.
All right, but it's not like it's faint. It's very faint.
It is subtle.
Subtle. Okay, so I'm not even gonna say anything. Like when we're there, I'm holding the orb and I'm just gonna look at it, right? And then what I was thinking was I was gonna think like, okay, this is transmutation, so I'm going to imagine that there's still some transmutation magic going through the orb, and it's shadowy, right? Even though it's heavy, it is shadow. So Gillik's thinking, okay, I want it to cover me like the fucking ball the first time Spider-Man gets covered in the black suit.
Okay. You put your hands on this and you try to focus any sort of will into it, and the orb pushes back.
The orb pushes back.
On your will. It's very hard to, there's no metaphysical change to it. There's nothing appearance-wise changes, but you can feel that the orb has a will that it is pushing back with.
The orb has a will, huh? Give me 1 second.
Is anybody seeing this? Is anybody looking at this?
That's not what we should have.
Yeah.
That feels very shadowy. When I guess we should have a
Here we go.
goo.
Something less shadowy, at least.
A loud snore erupts from the corner of the room.
What?
Ah!
Oh, it's you.
He's snoring. He's asleep. It is the same guy who was here the last time you came down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Did we get his name last time?
Yeah.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah, I think so. I don't have my notes though.
Guard guy who
Smocks.
will remain asleep until we remember his name.
His name's Smocks.
He wakes up.
Is it?
That sounds
Yes.
right.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, Smocks.
Oh, hello. Oh, you're all back now. That's good.
Jim Tree.
Wonderful. Great. I'm gonna just go and sorry, give me a minute here.
Just don't stand up too quickly. We have other things to deal with.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm just gonna go and get Master Redbridge and have her. Do you want to go and see her? You want to come here? What are you looking for?
Can you go grab her, please?
She won't like that.
What? No, like bring her here. Don't actually grab her.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, I'll bring her here. Yeah.
Thank you.
He scrambles out of the room.
I don't know. That's funny.
What color was transmutation again? Was
Purple.
it purple? Yeah. Gillik.
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What's up?
sh-
Sorry, I was thinking about something.
Shouldn't that be purple?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
It seems to be, I don't know, dripping,
Real,
shadowing,
yeah,
oozing, but not in the goo way, in the like shadow spooky way.
I'm thinking about this. So
Yeah, but what were you thinking about before this?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to.
well, what were you thinking about before this?
Well, I don't want to draw any lines, right? But I do think it's interesting, right? That we had been in the plane of transmutation, where things are changed from one thing to another thing, and then you had the piece of pure transmutation magic, right?
Yep.
And now we're back in New Merida, and it looks like maybe that's not transmutation anymore. So I was just like, curious, right? Like what maybe you might have been thinking about like before we got back here.
I was thinking how to tap into the, shadowness of it. Like it's a shadowy object. I got shadow powers.
Oh no.
Ay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Keth.
Yeah.
Hey, Keth, do you mind real quick? And Jennuvera, I assume Keth has the softest clothes of all of us.
Yeah.
So Jennuvera's gonna like rip a tear in his sleeve. No. It might be okay.
Jennuvera, what are you
And
doing?
It might be okay, and if it's not okay, then we have bigger problems to worry about.
I don't know
than
that
your
we
shirt.
will.
And she casts mending on it.
Oh, I didn't know you know this spell.
That's a
Well,
transmutation spell, right?
it is.
Okay, yeah, it works. It fixes the tear.
Okay, we're fine. It's fine.
Was that fun for you?
Yeah. No, I didn't think that I could rip anything anyone else is wearing. Asher's wearing so little already. I didn't.
It's a delicate
And you have
fabric.
so many more clothes than all of the rest of us combined that I thought
because
maybe
I take
a
care
sleeve
of
a
them
shirt.
and don't let my friends rip them.
Well, no, I
that
fixed
seems
it.
like that's
I
not
fixed-
true.
I fixed it.
It seems like you just let your friend.
You're
rip
right.
it.
Okay.
I know.
I'm sorry. I am sorry.
I guess we're okay.
It just would have been really bad if we didn't have transmutation
you were
magic anymore.
checking. Okay.
Do you think do you think someone had this before? And pointing at like the black orb. Somebody had this before, and we somehow swapped them.
No, I think
Like-
this is transmutation. I think it's corrupted a little bit with shadow magic. I think transmutation is one of the poisoned ley lines.
Jennuvera looks to see if Keth's shirt has turned
To
to a darker color. If it's a shadow,
Keth's eyes.
if it's like a shadow seam.
Yeah, Keth's eyes are like wide open as he looks at his sleeve. Does he notice anything weird about the sleeve?
There does not appear to be anything weird about it.
All right.
Well, I guess we did what we wanted to, maybe,
So
with
I don't.
additional bonus of other things.
Doesn't
I don't
look
remember-
like a bonus.
I mean,
Yeah,
bonus doesn't imply positive, does it?
I feel
It's
like
just
if you get a bonus,
additional.
the connotation of the word makes you believe that a bonus is something extra in a good way.
Well, I was speaking.
I think this is super interesting, you guys, but I feel like there might be something slightly more interesting right now going on with this orb.
Redbridge enters the ritual chamber and immediately
guys-
stops short when she sees the five of you.
Do you guys think that there was something more like corrupt in transmutation? Like I didn't get that feeling.
I mean, he did seem like he was trying to hoist his power over others. That seems fairly. Oh, hey, Redbridge.
Constance.
Why do you have an orb of shadow?
Okay, it was.
Wait, you've seen this?
How do you know what?
We have one of these, but not like that.
What do
Whoa,
you mean?
okay, tell me about this.
When we were looking for options for ways to deal with the Lich, one of the things that we looked into was with one of the organizations here in New Merida was looking for an orb of shadow. We got one. It looks like that, but not. That is. Well, why don't I just show you? I guess.
Okay.
She turns and walks out of the room.
Gillik follows, holding onto the orb of shadow.
Keth follows.
Yep, we all follow, I assume.
She takes you to her office here in the Master's Wing. She opens the door and heads in. She's rummaging around through some stuff, and she pulls open a section of the bookshelf that behind it is a safe. She puts in her combination and unlocks the safe and opens it up. And inside is a similar glass orb, same size, same shape, but instead of being full of black and overfilling with energy, there's just a thin, small layer of black at the bottom of this orb. She said, "This is an orb of shadow."
Wait, so it's like a clear sphere with a little black dot in the middle of it.
Like it's all if it were a jar of liquid, there'd be a little bit at the bottom, not in the center, in the bottom.
It's
So
like
the
when you're
shadow
playing
is,
Diablo
like,
2 and
heavy.
you know you're fucked because like your
Oh,
life
your
is all the
mana
way
and
down
your
at the
helper.
bottom.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Thank
no!
you. Great, good reference.
So, Asher, looking at that, looks back and forth between the two. It's like, ours seems more steeped. I feel like whenever someone says shadow, the word steeped comes up.
What, like
things
you're
are
making tea?
Yeah, just how that magic works. I remember hearing about
Tea
it.
magic.
And the people who used to use shadow would cover themselves in shadow magic and let it kind of flow over them.
Cover themselves, you say?
Yes, and that one seems kind of empty, and that one seems overflowing.
Oh, yeah.
This, as far as I am aware, this artifact, the one I am holding, is thousands of years old.
Oh, okay. And it's got this little bit of shadow in there, kind of hanging out.
We just came back from transmutation.
Wait, so what does it do? Is it's holding shadow, part of the Shadow Lord? Is it, if we break this, what's the shadow gonna do?
Break.
There's a little hammer next to it in case of emergency.
Right.
In case of Shadow Lord, break.
Right.
I don't.
In
think
case
it
of
can-
light.
I don't think it can be broken.
Cool.
At first, I wasn't sure what this was. After having discussions with you, after trying to piece together all of this, I think this is a pure piece of shadow from the realm of shadow before it was closed off to this world.
Cool.
And I
Fun.
think over the last 1,000 plus, however long it's been here, it has been drained away.
Wait, the shadow has been siphoned out of this super old shadow orb.
People have used shadow magic with no connection to the ley line, and it has come from somewhere. It has come from here.
Oh, it's like a shadow battery.
I wonder.
Yeah, in the same way that this is a divination battery, and Gebeddo pulls out the pendant.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's why I was worried that transmutation
You guys
It's gone.
wouldn't work.
Oh no.
Because this is what we
Right.
came back with.
Oh no.
What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but why?
What?
Why?
What's the matter?
I don't know. Magic is not my. This is a
Right,
little beyond me.
So, what I'm worried about, Gillik,
Yeah.
is that
Exactly.
transmutation felt what you wanted and gave it to us.
Oh, my desire was transmute. Oh boy, that's weird.
So we pulled out a pure
Which is
form
why
of-
I asked what you were thinking, before we left.
Oh, I was just thinking of a black sphere. Like, that's just... It wasn't like I wanted it. It was like it just kind of popped into my head. I'm just like, oh, weird, this black sphere. I wonder what that is.
Like the one you're holding.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking about, like, the miasma stuff coming off of it. But, yeah.
Is there any way to tell that this is either... This is transmutation that just has shadowy things about it, or if it's just shadow?
I mean, we could cast detect magic on it, and it would tell us what kind of magic it is.
Okay.
Oh, I think we need Clyde for that, actually.
I don't know.
I don't know. Do we?
I have detect magic at will.
There we go.
Oh. Well, I just since the...
I mean, we can call Clyde. I have no problem calling Clyde. If you want to call
There's no bad ideas. That's okay.
Yeah, no, I understand. But I'll cast detect magic anyway. What does detect magic tell me? And you said it was mostly neutral.
It is
Good or evil, it was neutral, yeah.
Right.
Like, what nature is it?
But you do not detect any of the magics you are familiar with in terms of detect magic.
Unfamiliar
coming off
magic.
Of this orb.
Well, so, like, detect magic tells us what school it's from.
And it is
so,
not of
like,
one of the 8 schools of magic.
Right.
Interesting.
And so we've learned that celestial magic and fey magic and shadow magic aren't, like...
They're like could be their own schools almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
They're outside of the schools. Postgraduate studies.
Right. They're in their postdoc.
Well, so transmutation is the magic of changing things. So do we think this was a pure piece of transmutation and it changed itself into shadow, or...
Yes, that's my thought.
Or it somehow swapped itself with the wherever this was.
Well,
I don't think that's how transmutation magic works, though.
Me neither.
So I think Gillik thought black sphere, and whoever was running magic at the time was just like, well...
I'm gonna pull this lever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. It's
So
kind of like
imagine-
that traveling play, Ghost Slayers.
Oh.
I was like, Ghost Slayers? Took me a minute.
Ooh.
Are you
So
the Keymaster? That one with the famous line?
Right.
Right.
So I wonder, do you all, Redbridge, is there anything, like, okay. I would like to go find the Magic Man as soon as we can, but is there anything you're going to send us to do in the next, 8 hours?
No, we should probably
Okay.
figure out what our next steps are, because...
Yeah.
Great. I just want to try something else, but I didn't want to try it if we were going to jump into fighting zombies outside right away.
Oh.
And so she's going to cast telekinesis on the orb.
What?
Yeah,
Does it work?
Yep.
Does it feel like it is because it's a level 5 spell.
What's the school of it?
Transmutation.
You lift the orb up into the air, and then the orb kind of drops a little bit. You pick it up again, but there is a wavering, a fluctuation.
Oh no.
Did you mean to do that, Jennifer?
Did not mean to. So
This
it's
is our piece
fine
of
for mending
transmutation.
shirts. It is not fine for much above mending shirts.
Does that mean... Do you think that means that transfiguration is closed, but our piece here is just tainted, maybe?
I think it means transmutation is closed for sure. Like, in everything that every time we use it, it's like there's a little bit of, latent magic in the world that we're pulling from.
Yeah.
It's like we're pulling up the dregs.
Right, but you didn't seem to do that spell as well as usual, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Right, that's why they're dregs, because they're not good.
So it's...
Should we try? Should we test it with other things? Like,
Yeah.
I don't
think
know
the
if we
more,
should.
Yeah, I think the more we use transmutation magic, the less there's going to be of it if we don't
Right.
have these pieces, right? Like that's
Right. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to rest on the fact that just because mending worked meant we were out of the woods.
So we gotta like.
No, it was a good experiment.
No, it was great.
I mean, I bet that almost is exact. Well, it's similar to all the other ones, like we said. But I wonder if we'll use up transmutation quicker, or
it's fine. Honestly, nobody needs transmutation anyway. It's not a big deal. I've never used this spell before in combat to my benefit, so it's fine. It doesn't even matter.
Oh, great! No, great. Okay.
Can
Jennuvera's upset.
Oh, you're playing it cool, Steph.
Keth like shrugs. He's like, okay, yeah, that's great.
She seems chill.
Yeah. Useless school of magic. Who cares then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
can I have the orb back for a minute? I want to try something.
Redbridge tenses for a second.
So does Jennuvera.
So does Asher.
Do they notice? Does she notice that Jennuvera also tenses?
Do you want her to notice?
Like, if it's a good way. Only if she's like, oh,
I'm impressed.
That's a smart way to react to the situation. I have respect for this person.
I think there's probably just a general tension that everyone's sort of picking up on.
She, like, slowly lowers it back to Gillik.
What do you want to try, Gillik?
Height joke. Oh, no, you put it up in the air. My bad.
I want to try 2 spells. And I'm going to cast 1 tongues. So... Yes, exactly. The spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language can hear the target and understands what it says. So I do that. And then I also want to cast Detect Thoughts. And that one specifically I have through the Shadow Lord.
But, like, on us?
No, on the sphere.
I was like, I don't know if Gillik wants that right now.
Keth's an open book if
what the fuck is he doing? Oh my god!
Oh my god! We're so fucked. We're so fucked.
I wonder what Harold has cooked up for lunch.
Best.
Okay. You cast tongues, and you cast detect thoughts. From the orb, you hear the faintest of whispers. So far down, so far away, so deep in this orb, it feels like it's pulling you into it when you listen to them. Just for an attempt to try to understand what they are saying, but they're so distant and so faint that even as the world around you begins to fade away and that dark miasma is all you see, you still can't quite make out the words, but you feel like if you just stared in a little longer, just stayed with it a little more, you might be able to hear it. Yeah. Yeah, and
is
Gillik
everybody cool? What's happening right now?
Seems like a normal Gillik thing.
Right, so that's all I'm doing. I'm just staring at the orb.
And that feeling, that sensation doesn't change. The more you stare into it, it's like the sound is running from you, but you feel yourself getting a little more lost into this orb.
Okay, Okay, so I can't hear what it's saying, and it's exceedingly quiet. Alright. And then... Is this a concentration spell? That one is... Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna keep thinking about the link and keep thinking about the voices. But so I'm gonna but I have to drop Detect Thoughts because it's concentration. But I'm gonna cast Darkness and see what happens.
The room around you fills with darkness suddenly. Your link to the orb, you like withdraw from it in an instant.
Gillik?
But now everyone is covered in darkness. No one can see anything.
What the Gillik?
Gillik,
Everything's fine. It's just me. I cast a spell. I just want to see what happens.
Is it if we have dark vision, does it obscure dark vision?
It's
Yes, it
magical
blocks
darkness.
dark vision.
Okay, thank you.
Nothing seems to change. Not doing anything crazy.
You can see, right?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, nothing appears to have changed.
Okay.
Except
Interestingly to you, you can see, though you can see in darkness, you know that you are in darkness. This shadow orb is darker still than the magical darkness.
Cool. All right, I end the darkness. And then the last thing I want to try is Expeditious Retreat because it is a transmutation spell.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat, and I'm just going to like run around the room.
Yeah,
In the dark,
this is
so,
like he's
nobody
hopped
knows.
up on
We
some
just
sort of-
hear...
he said he ended the darkness. You just see
I
him.
did.
The
okay.
darkness drops, and he's like.
Gillik is on like shadow drugs right now, everybody.
Yeah, Gillik, calm down, dude. Like, we... hold off, man. Like...
Expeditious Retreat works. The spell activates.
It's just
There is. It's like you had to pull a little harder.
I had to pull a little hard. Like it was like a little
You
more
had to-
effort.
Yes.
Okay.
we don't know how much of that's left, man. Like, we...
I just wanted to see if anything would happen if we channeled magic through it, or any specific type of magic. But it looks like not. It doesn't seem very useful.
Was that transmutation the running fast thing?
Yeah, it's transmutation.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if it doesn't seem useful, then can I have it?
Yeah, there you go.
Asher takes it. Just like, kind of pockets it really
Oh
quietly.
wait, one more thing.
No.
No, wait.
It's already gone. It's already in my pouch.
Gillik forgets
Oh
about
yeah,
it
it's
because
just such a pain in the ass to get stuff out of that pouch, man. You know, like
Dude, that pouch is so... Oh, God.
it's
like-
sticky. That's the problem. You know,
Yeah.
the inside of that. Like, what do you keep in there anyway, Asher?
Oh,
hey,
lots
guys,
of,
let's
of
head this
syrups. Okay, let's go.
I want
Let's not
Gillik
talk
to-
about my pouch syrup. Let's keep
wait.
going.
Did you just say syrup?
No?
Like, as they're walking out of the room, Gebeddo's like, "What?
Well, where else are
Do
you going to
you
keep
really
it?
take syrup with you?"
Like, what? Well, yeah, like, I put it in vials and just, I don't have good, like, lids, so, things spill, and I'm not going to wash it. Like, why would I do that? That's a waste of time.
That's a waste of pocket syrup.
Yeah. Pouch syrup.
Wait,
A
what?
common misconception.
Redbridge follows the five of you out. She says, "So you did it?
Yeah, everything is closed.
That's
Oh, yeah. Jennuvera whips out her list and crosses it off.
so."
Holy shit.
I think we should probably call a meeting. I know you're interested in this, trying to get a hold of this magic man, but I think we need to talk to everyone and try to figure out what our next steps are.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I am really worried.
How's
If-
your leg doing, Keth?
How's
You,
my
Keth,
leg doing?
you can make another save.
Keth says, it's fine, and he starts to walk and then falls.
So you can make a charisma save, Keth.
5.
It's still bad.
Not great. Not great.
Gotcha.
If you feel it is important to, I don't know what's going on with this magic man thing, but if you feel that it's important to go and deal with this, then it's going to take time to gather everyone anyway. So we can call the meeting, and you can go and try to deal with the magic man, and hopefully you come back relatively soon. In the next couple weeks, we can have everything together, and we can have everyone here. We can try to figure this out. What's next? What we do now?
Well, we got the bait, sort of, which is all of magic, sort of. Because he's.
Yeah, I
Gorm's
still
got-
wasn't kind of clear as to what our next
Because Gorm still has to come to this compound.
to do the thing, but
Yeah.
he doesn't.
I mean, stopping magic was all defense because he needed to tap into every ley line of magic with those ground pounders. So what we've been doing for the last 3 years, the last amount of time, is still defense. Right now is when we have to shift to some sort of offensive plan.
Essentially, what we have done is bought ourselves the maximum amount of time. And now what we have is a still short amount of time while he tries to find alternatives to the magics we've shut down to essentially find a way to stop him. Now we have a small window to figure it out.
And we're just hoping he doesn't say, "Oh, all the ley lines are closed. This is too much work. I'm gonna leave."
Yes, from my understanding, it is our hope that this has happened in such a way. He's been sort of aware of what's happening as it happens, that we've bought enough time, but also not driven him away. It's a fine needle we're threading, but we're hoping that this is a success.
Okay. Yeah.
How about we do this? Everybody write down on a piece of paper what our next move should be, and we can look at them, and maybe we're all on the same page.
Got it.
I don't want to.
Asher takes out paper
Okay.
and then stares sadly.
You can transcribe through Redbridge.
Okay.
Ugh.
Thank-
All right, come here.
Okay. Can you write kill Gorm on that?
She rolls her eyes and writes Kilcore.
Thanks. Don't tell anyone what it says yet, though.
Okay.
Thank you.
Asher says kill Gorm.
No,
Does
I
anyone
said
else have
not
kill
yet.
Gorm?
Well, yes, Asher, we're gonna kill Gorm, but I was thinking, like, in the next 2.5 weeks that it takes
Hey.
everyone to get here for our big meeting for how we plan how to kill Gorm.
No bad
Okay.
ideas.
Asher gets a vote.
Nope, okay. No, I'll change
Asher
my
would
vote.
like to kill Gorm in the next 2.5 weeks before the
Okay,
meeting.
you're right. That's fine.
Can you put in front of that find and?
Yes.
Thank you.
Find and kill Gorm.
Keth crosses out his top one and Rim writes, find and kill Gorm.
We are
Keth,
the saviors of the world.
Just
Did
like,
you
good
cross out
good fucking
fashion
idea.
show?
What? We don't have any.
New Merida Fashion Week, baby.
We're not getting any R&R here. Like I thought we just did a real good job. I thought we were. I don't know. I'm just tired.
Shark Week.
I have my list. So yeah, I think finding and killing Gorm should be a number one, and then
No,
number
it is
two.
number one. I'm not saying it.
Number two. Yeah, that's what I said.
I'd like to. Actually, I kind of want to talk to Adonan. Believe it or not.
That can be your number two.
No, that's a different thing. It's unrelated.
I feel like we should finish this first.
Well, it's Magic Man related.
All right, my number two. Wait, yeah, number two is Dungalaris. I would love to kill that guy. We kind of saw him in the transmutation ley line, and fuck that guy. And number three, Magic Man. I think we should. He's a great ally to have on our side, and he really has helped us out. So let's get him.
Asher still only has find and kill Gorm. I don't.
Yeah, I have two lists, two different lists. One that's written down, and the other one.
Great.
Gillik, Gebeddo?
I need to cleanse the throne of Emberfall of corruption. It's on my hammer to-do list.
That might be easier than some of our other stuff.
I mean, I have to cleanse the tribe with which I came from, which is in the same area of Gorm. So I mean,
Yeah, like if we want to kill Gorm, we might want to
Go
power
find
up
him.
a little bit.
Yeah, we might want to find him
Do you want
and then kill him.
Emberfall, then kill Gorm? Okay,
Yeah, do
We can do that.
some grind quests before we tackle the main story.
some side quests.
Yeah. I feel like we need allies.
What are you thinking?
I don't know.
Yeah. Who do you want to ally with?
I think at this point, we need to figure out how the Celestials and the Fae in the Shadow keep breaking this pact without screwing up the universe. Because I think we're going to need someone's help here.
Well, to be fair,
to stop the Shadow Lord.
You mean like higher dimension?
Like, I don't know, like the Magic Man?
Well, I mean, that could be a key to it, right? Because he's the only celestial being that we've gotten real answers from ever since that meeting with Caliesto's angels.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a spell.
Like, I know there are a bunch of things we need to do, and that's why, like, I wanted to hear from everyone.
Yeah.
Because we all have, like, I need to figure out dragon blood stuff, which, like, I'll check in with Evian about because she's been working on, but, like,
and I
just feel like...
I think that's a key, right? Like,
Sure.
the dragons are celestials.
Yeah.
And so if we can make a deal that works within the pact to have them help us,
okay,
maybe that changes the equation a little bit, right? And gives us a little bit more firepower on our side.
Well, we just got to be careful.
And
not
maybe
to
if we cleanse the Iora, like,
oh yeah, that too,
religion line, maybe that's another key in this celestial, like, unlock, right? Like, maybe we can leverage this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of the things I need to do that are left is, I don't know, convince a whole tribe that they're idiots for following an all-powerful blue dragon who has traveled from another dimension. And honestly, I'm not good at convincing anyone of anything, so...
No,
I mean, you convinced me to give up the Shadow Orb, so... You know.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll just ask nicely is what maybe we can do.
Everyone, give me your allegiance. Give it. Give.
Can you just put their allegiance in your sticky pouch so nobody wants to touch it anymore?
Yeah. Your friendship is in here. Do you want it back?
Yes.
Forget it.
Yes.
Take it. You won't.
Gillik, we're working on no.
No.
No, I'm not.
The reason I wanted to bring up Adonan is because I have a spell that can let you... I have scrying. I can scry on people who are on this plane. But, obviously, the Magic Man is not on this plane. I was wondering if he could figure out a solution to boost the signal.
Go home and scry into your pillow.
I won't. Don't tell me. What?
No, I think that sounds like a really good idea, Asher.
Because then we don't have to go somewhere and look for him. We can do a spell to, like, find him. You know what I mean? Locate him.
I mean...
So we're not, like, running around the whole continent hoping he's there.
Yeah, I wouldn't... Without knowing where he is, I wouldn't go off looking for him, but...
That could help us find out where he might be and how to get there.
A scrying spell?
Yeah,
yeah, but it only works on 5?
Do we think that Adonan's the guy to help that?
He's the only magic dude I know.
What about...
Other than...
Like...
Oh, you're right. Clyde could probably do it.
No.
I mean,
There's
definitely
Actually,
couldn't.
I probably could do it.
There's
I was thinking about Ellatrix.
Ellatrix.
You know.
Well, he's bound by certain pacts. There's the other wizard guy, who... God, what's his name? There's too many characters in this show.
Wow.
He's
No, I think you might be right, Gebetto, though.
I thought you were gonna say. I think you might be right, Rob.
I would never say that.
No, of course not. Why would you,
Why I would
Rob?
never say you might be right, Rob. Ever. Never will you hear those words from me.
And you know what? I've never heard it before. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Put that in the win column. the
but
Pyrrhic
I think-
victories.
But I think that because I think Adonan might be able to help because of his. What's the stuff you do, Gebetto?
Magic?
Alchemy?
Oh.
Yeah, because of that. But like, Elatrix has experience working on different planes and like.
We could use them both. But Elatrix might have a better idea of what's needed, and Adonan might have the ability to get that. So I think you're right. I think that's a fair point. You know, because this current spell needs a focus worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, such as a crystal ball, a silver mirror, or a font filled with holy water.
God damn it, Rob! Why did you start deciding to read the fucking component? All that has done is make us not be able to heal Cat.
Literally, if you
Anthony
had just
for
said...
4 years has never asked once about a single component of a single spell we've done.
Because it's really funny.
all of a
It's
sudden-
really funny.
Oh my word!
The base rules do say, the rule sheet that I put out for the show does say that components don't matter unless they carry a specific prohibiting cost for the spell.
Thank you.
Yeah, but-
I'm following the rules.
Yeah, but I've never
For the
read
first
the
time.
components.
Why?
I don't know. I'm trying to be a better person, and I'm getting
No.
yelled at
Steph,
for
Your
it.
nerd
Don't
rage
be.
at this warms my heart. It's just, I appreciate it.
I know. It's been 4 years of you learning how to play this game, and now you're like a fucking grognard being like, no, this is the right way, and you're doing it the wrong way.
God, Steph's in here gatekeeping like crazy.
I know, jeez. You're going to start addition
Play this
warring
game
us.
the wrong way, the right way.
Right, but also I agree with her, Rob. What the fuck?
It's very funny. I love following the rules when no one else does. And when everyone's following the rules, I don't.
Mikey, how do you feel about following the rules right now with your club foot?
Welcome to Clubfoot, everybody.
I haven't had to play Kath while he sucks very much.
Yeah, that's why I'm so mad about
Yeah.
it.
Also, Kath, you know that's not true.
Oh shit!
I just had 5. I don't know.
No, that
Which
made
is
him
great
pretty
at
good.
level 2.
That made him pretty good for a while, and then bad, and then better.
I fixed it. I made it scale correctly.
No. We fixed the glitch.
The clip was fixed.
Adding 11 to my attacks instead of 5 is so much better.
Oh my god, it's so much
Right.
better.
Right. It's like, yeah. The
Gebetto,
traditional way to cheat in golf is to lower your score.
Gebetto, I just wanted to yes and what you said. I absolutely agree. We need allies. I think that's the only way we're gonna stand a chance against Gorm, and doing our own sort of kind of lofty goals that we've always had. Also, is something that we need to do in order to power up these weapons to fight Gorm. So,
yeah, I just think we need to talk to these people who could be potential allies and convince them that what we're doing is for their sake as well, right?
Yeah, I think, and that's another one of these things we've been talking about. What can we only do? And these
We've
these
done
weapon upgrade things are something that only we can do. And if we can leverage that, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah. So, is there a tie-in in Emberfall to any of this?
Did you say an Italian?
Is there a tie-in?
Okay.
Yeah, no. If we wanted Italian, we'd go to Verena. Original pizza.
Emberfall has Italian, but it's terrible. First of all,
Right.
it's take and bake. You got to bring it back to your house.
Second of all,
God.
where's Italy in New Merida? That's what the fuck I want to know.
It's like interdimensional food, like just not.
Oh, right, it's like the restaurant at the edge of the universe. But
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Everybody knows the best Italians in Verena.
Everyone knows the best Italians on the west coast of New Merida.
Right.
That's all the good Italians on the west coast.
Right. Anyway.
This is just going to lend credence to the idea
can we get
that New Merida is Earth.
Or
Or is on Earth.
Anti-Earth.
Anti-Earth.
Because all the best Italians on the east coast fight me.
No, that is categorically
That's
true.
yeah, like that's
assuming
not even a
that
hot
New
take.
Merida
That's a
is
regular
America.
take.
Yes.
Unless it's upside down, in which
New
case...
Merida could be like the Middle East.
And then all the best Italians on the west coast of the Middle East.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know if you were referring to
Italy?
the venue in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
New Merida is just the Middle East.
New Merida's a music club.
Yo, I'm into it.
With the belly dancing club in the middle.
Yeah,
of it.
Zuzu, baby. Let's go
right,
dancing.
that's
Let's not.
This is very specific.
You made this world, Anthony. This is
not our
your
fault. We
fault.
just
You said there
playing
was Italian. You can get Italian in it. Italy's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the
Italy
Middle
is
East
somewhere in
restaurant.
New Merida now. It's
Look at
canon.
him. He's taking off his jacket. We've made him all hot.
Right.
No, it's not you. It's the
Yeah,
room.
he's thinking about spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Eddie, so he's heating up.
Oh, you gotta. Woo!
Honestly, though...
Hey, Kira, we got
I
any
get it.
pasta out there? Is there any other reason to go to Emberfall?
Your dad is Iora blood magicked, right? Is that
Yeah, which I guess that probably means that the throne is IR blood magicked, if that's what's making people go crazy.
Dunglaris is like running that shit, but I also don't know how to fight him, so
Okay, well, do we know where Dunglaris is? Is he in Emberfall? Is he somewhere else?
Carapath?
That's something that we can have people start to look into to find out where he is, but I don't know if anyone knows where he is.
Okay, so I mean, if Ior is his shit, right? And
Or wait, are you Gillik or Josh?
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm Josh, but I
Yeah,
probably should be Gillik. Sorry, I was just thinking because if all right, we know the throne of Emberfall is cursed. We know my dad's all messed up on Iora stuff, and we also know that he was the one that sentenced my brother to death when my brother was sniffing around. If that's the case, then maybe they're connected, and Dunglaris is hiding out somewhere in Emberfall, or maybe frequently stops there at least. I don't know, but it's a possibility.
Seems reasonable.
Also, you know, the ley line of necromancy is in that way, like that direction, which is where we last saw the black dragons.
Oh, okay.
Let's do everything in one trip. That would be amazing.
Except
Well, that's what it kind of sounds like. Is like if we do like a big loop right through Bradmont, Emberfall, and then come back through Ishtara, we might be able to knock out a bunch of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it.
What's closest? Black
Do you
Dragon?
actually... But, I mean, do you have means to deal with these things?
We're just gonna wing it. That's what we always
Yeah,
do.
we usually just figure it out once we get there.
This
Well-
is maybe the kind of stuff we should talk about as a group before you just
Yeah.
go off
I'm
and
sorry,
do
who were you? Wait, what?
Redbridge.
Redbridge, thank you.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Wait,
You
See,
certainly
that
can
was me,
try.
the player, but I was talking in Gillick voice. Sometimes I switch.
I was like, Jesus.
this is why I was confused, Anthony.
You can certainly try these things. You've done impossible things before. I wouldn't even be all that surprised. But I don't. These are the sorts of things that I feel like we need to try to figure out before you make those sorts of moves against some of these things, like Dunglaris. What are you going to do, Keth?
Like I said, we'll figure it out.
Or
If the two are connected, maybe taking out my father and doing something to the throne. There's a weak point somewhere. There's all kinds of possibilities.
No, but you're right. If there's who are we talking with? Who do you want to talk with?
who do I want to talk with?
Yeah, you were like, let's get everybody together.
Yeah, I think she means like everybody, right?
Everyone we can.
Evian and Elatrix and Clyde and
I think
And?
Great
I don't know. I couldn't think of anyone else.
Caliph,
after that.
Greywood, Iron
Yeah.
Shaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew all those. I just.
That could be a fun to be in the room with every single one of those people.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear all of their points of view, one after another.
Yeah.
And argue back and forth.
Yeah, we'll just be flies
Yeah,
on
you
the
know,
wall.
they have a lot of, like,
No, I mean, you guys, they're going to be
feelings.
looking to you to drive this, what happens next. It's going to be, you guys, you're the executors. This is going to be a lot about the five
We're
of
the
you.
executors of Incorporated, not New Merida.
Well,
I'm an S.
You're a king.
You're
Sorry,
a king.
those words were really difficult to
That time Steph had a
say.
stroke on the show.
I understand. What I just. We are literally nobody. We are nobody. We started as nobody, and why? Like, they started as kings. Why?
Your Majesty?
This is one of those points where it's so. Just stop it. Just stop it. This is, like, I know you were using that ironically, so I just. I don't understand how this all came to us, and I get that it has, but, like, this is just one of those moments where it's really stressful, and I don't.
Jennuvera,
like,
I don't know how it came to you either.
Well, okay, I mean.
Any of you, to the five of you, but you just keep stepping in it, all of you. And you, to your credit, have risen to this occasion time and time again. And if there's anyone that we can rely on to make this happen, I don't know who else it would be but the five of you. But we're going to try to help you every way we can, but it's going to be you.
It just would be really nice for all of these people we're inviting to this meeting to come with concrete ideas and information that they can give and help us. Like, because I know that they have it. I just want them to share it.
I think we're all.
Who has what ideas?
Well, I think we're all.
I don't know. Like, Ellatrix is the smartest thing that's ever been on this earth. Why doesn't he have more ideas?
Don't even get me started with Ellatrix.
I mean, I don't think the conversations are going to be, like, all the same as they've been with, Hallie 2.0. I think, but that's definitely. I think we're all a little sensitive right now because last time we thought someone was going to give us some good guidance, they just kind of came in with, "How are you so wrong at everything?"
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Wait, have we not?
I don't think we've told.
Been back?
No, because we came back and ran right into the Lich.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we should tell Redbridge.
Yeah.
You got it.
Hilarion Quaisoth is here. From
another
New Merida 2, like the alternate New Merida, the one that
blew up unexpectedly
is ruled by dragons.
How?
Apparently, she followed us.
Okay.
And so she's been here ever since we got back?
Okay.
And she sort of justifiably, went off on us, but, like, also, like, Jesus.
There have been some whispers of someone...
Mariffa?
Mariffa, yeah. There have been whispers of Mariffa that I assumed were mostly just people trying to take advantage of a known moniker to stir trouble or to perform petty crime or whatever. But everyone, when Mariffa died, right after Mariffa died, there were a whole spate of people who tried to use the name to their advantage. It's one of the double-edged swords of someone who no one knew the identity of. I'm the real... Like, they tried to pretend that Mariffa faked their death. And
like that traveling play.
It burned off after
Batman
a little while.
2.
Nobody was doing it after a little while. There was just a little bit. I heard resurfacing of it. I assumed that it was much of the same, but if it was Hilarion, then... I mean, I guess it doesn't really change anything, except that I guess she has more right to it than anyone.
But so she's been really driven to stop Gorm here.
Well, okay, good.
Our last interaction wasn't super helpful.
Nah.
Why?
Lots of reasons.
She wanted us to have more of a plan than we had.
Okay.
Right. That's what we said.
And then...
we were doing the best we can. We're trying as hard as we can. We want to make sure that, this reality is safe and then figure it out from there.
Right. What is she expecting? That you guys have the answer? If you had the answer, you'd have solved the problem.
I think the bigger...
Sorry, yes, you're correct.
That's Rob the player being mad at Anthony the GM for being a dick.
I think the bigger thing that she was mad about is the fact that we are concerned with stopping Gorm, and that's we know we want to do that, but our bigger problem is the fact that the Shadow Lord is a bigger problem. And so she wanted us to promise that we would follow Gorm to the next world if he escaped, but we couldn't make that promise because we know that Gorm is not the only problem here.
Yeah. Because leaving this plane to
Okay.
fight Gorm, yeah, rightfully, very noble cause.
I see why she would be upset about that.
I
think she's wrong, but I see why she would be upset about that.
fuck you, Anthony.
That's what we said too.
Just fuck you, Anthony. I'm just so mad at you.
Yeah, I think, it's been a while. I think the way that we said we thought she was wrong might have been part of the problem.
I mean, not all of us said she was wrong, but
Keth,
it
Not
also doesn't
the
matter
time.
to what we're doing.
not the time.
Sorry, yeah, I was using the we like Jennuvera's supposed to. The royal we.
What?
Because she's the king of Arena.
Could she only use we?
No, it's just royalty is supposed to use we as because they represent their kingdom and they are not an individual when they become king. They are just part of the bigger unit that is the country. So we is the royal we kind of encompasses.
You lost me.
That's
Can
a
you
fun.
Okay.
can you do
That's a
me a
fun-
favor? Can you not tell Elatrix about this?
You gonna
About me being king? I feel like he already
No.
knows, but I guess we haven't told him, so he might not know.
No,
about the Orb
no.
of Shadow?
No, about Hilarion.
Why?
He should.
He'll be sad.
Were they a thing?
No, but I
Oh.
think he feels a lot of responsibility for what happened to our Hilarion, and I worry about what he would give for a chance to, in his mind, rectify that. And if her
Asher's
focus is
elbowing
not,
Gebeddo.
if her focus is not on this problem, I don't know that would be helpful for us.
No, that makes sense.
I mean, her-
see.
This problem as in Gorm?
Yeah,
As in,
I mean, she's real focused on that.
no, as in
this world.
The whole
If her
thing,
problems,
right.
if her focus is not on our world,
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
like he
Gorm.
might. Yeah, he might ditch us if we need him in the fight against the Shadow Lord.
and I feel, for whatever value we can get out of him as it is, I would prefer that he help us in whatever way he's willing to.
So we shouldn't try and get Hallie here for the meeting.
From what it sounds like, I don't think that would be a great way for this to go.
Yeah. That's.
Maybe that's one of the tasks we could put on the agenda under some sort of code, but or something we can talk about on the side about where we want to try to make that happen. But I think she could be an ally. I just worry about their relationship and what that would mean for... I don't want to lose Elatrix to this if...
Asher's wiggling his eyebrows.
Great. I don't want to lose Elatrix to this if something happens and we need him.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Otherworld Hallie has. She didn't seem to have much that would be helpful. So
Yeah, I mean, maybe for some context, where we found her was on the island of Tortles, and she was researching, remind me, religion and various religions of the world, and how the Tortles look at things differently. It didn't seem, I don't know,
That's
helpful.
yeah,
Additive.
I mean,
that is a very Mariffa thing to do.
Yeah, it was.
That's very bizarre.
It was
Okay.
like looking at a ghost, and I've seen an actual ghost. A ghost is employed here, and it was still weirder than that.
yeah, I miss Clegg.
He's not dead.
I don't think we pay Clug. Do we? If we pay Clug, we should probably fix
No,
it.
we don't.
Yeah,
pay-
we don't pay.
Ghost
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 we don't
bucks.
pay Clug. We don't pay Clug.
looking around, we don't seem like we pay a lot of people.
Have we laid off a lot of people recently? Have we been acquired?
No, we have not been acquired. There are just important things we are working on, and it was important to focus the resources of Adventure Incorporated toward making sure that you guys are where you need to be and that we are doing what we need to do. And that's there's still a place here for you guys to make your home base out of, and we'll make sure everything else is taken care of.
Okay.
Do you guys wanted to talk to Adonan?
Well, I mean, I guess Elatrix or Adonan. One of the two. Probably Elatrix now that I'm thinking about it.
Elatrix is far away. We can go there,
So
but
let's
Adonan is
talk to Adonan.
right here. Okay. We can walk and talk.
Sure. I figured we were.
She takes you guys out of town toward Mughamara down below, or out of the compound toward Mughamara down below. You arrive at Adonan's shop, and you can. There is a thick black smoke pouring out of the chimney of Adonan's shop.
This was.
Soup's on.
This was
What's it smell like outside?
It smells like burnt hair.
Yep, soup's on.
Oh, soup is on.
Soup is on.
Sometimes when I cast Divine Sense, it's what it smells like.
This is what evil smells like? That's good to know.
She knocks on the door, and you hear like a bunch of things get knocked over. It's just like a bunch of shuffling around inside, and then
Two voices?
no, just one, just Adonan.
Two voices, you say?
No. Adonan.
No, only one voice because the other one is otherwise.
Oh my god, it's
Asher
aggressive.
wiggles his eyebrows.
Yeah, the only voice we hear in there is Throsh. It'll be a minute. Hold on.
Adonan bursts open the door. He says,
He closes the door behind him. Everything's fine. No one else is
like,
in there.
"Oh, Many Pennies. It's
It smells
come
like
on in,
ass.
please, come in. Oh, yes, absolutely, come in." He opens his door and gestures inward. The smoke billows out the top of the door frame.
Ugh.
Let's just leave this door open, okay? Just maybe air everything out.
Yes, whatever. Of course. Come on in.
Isn't he more?
Occasionally, but just took me a minute to get into it. It's fine.
That's fair.
There we go.
Adonan, real quick, I guess I just have a question for you.
Yes.
So I have.
He's grinding something in a mortar and pestle.
Oh God, that's probably flammable. I just have a question. So I have an ability. I have a spell that I can, try and spy on someone on this current plane of existence.
Yes.
Scrying.
Yes.
But it's
I've heard of that.
It's limited to this plane, we're kind of currently looking for someone who is absolutely on a different plane of existence. Do you have a way to like amplify the effects of the spell, or do something similar that would be able to detect or find someone who may be missing within the multiverse of planes?
Well, magic that is empowerable through means of either one's own self or through time in the case of rituals or various components. There are definitely magical ritual components out there that can empower great magics to become even more powerful. If you were able to acquire some of these things, then perhaps you could... I'm not one who is a divinator.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm asking. Do you have the means, or do you know who would have the means, or would know how to get the means?
There are a few things I think that would probably be universally useful for such a thing, like a unicorn's horn, or
This is a mistake.
maybe a gizzard from a rock would be very usable. It would have to be fresh, hours old, I would imagine. But Caliph would probably be a better guess at this. He is, in fact, a divinator, and would probably know more.
That's his name!
And Asher leaves the
Bye!
All right, happy to help, Asher.
Asher's like walking away, like soup.
The rest of you are well, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all good. We're all good.
Bye.
And
See ya.
Gebeddo's like filling up his pockets with like, bottles and like stuff, components for alchemy, for his like traveling alchemy kit.
Gebeddo, if you're going to make any tanglefoot bags, I did get some new tangle weed. It's over there in that box underneath my silver powder. I mean, my diamond powder.
Oh, okay, great. And when Gebeddo's over, he gets just the tangleweed. And then he's like, wait, hey, Adonan.
Yes, yeah.
How did you make this diamond powder?
Oh, diamond powder is very difficult to make. As you are aware, the diamonds here are of such an intense structure that they cannot be crushed or ground by normal means.
Wait, Keth, don't we need that for you?
Yeah, we need diamond powder.
Hey, can we have some?
I'll finish your sentence first, and then we'll talk about that.
Well, there's actually a rare slug up in northern Paraneth that if you rub the slime of the slug on the diamond, it actually breaks down the structural integrity of the diamond enough that you can powderize it.
Oh, wow, that's so interesting. While Adonan's talking about the slug, Gebeddo rolled a 23 sleight of hand.
Yeah,
to
you
steal...
scoop it up. It's in your pocket.
Great.
Jennuvera, I suppose. Yes, you can. I must be out. I must be confused. I'm sorry. I thought I had some over here, but that's very odd.
Oh yeah, there's nothing in this box. It's just labeled diamond powder.
I must have used it in this concoction I'm working back here.
At least we know how to do it now.
Keth, something's different about you.
Yeah, my leg's real fucked up.
Oh, well, how fortuitous. He goes over to his potion and he pulls out a vial. He says, if I used enough diamond powder in here, I guess, then this might work for you.
Wait, really? Do you think this will heal my leg?
Gebeddo points to Keth.
Hey, Gebeddo.
Yes. That should be more than adequate for allowing you to share some sort of
I fucking
twisted
love that we broke message. It's my favorite fucking thing.
Well, y'all, bottoms up. And Keth drinks it.
All right, cool. Hold on.
Keth just wants his leg fixed.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
He's real good at these. $21.
Okay. Yeah, you chug it back and nothing seems to happen.
Well, doesn't taste great, but when does it start to work?
Nah, I don't know.
What?
I've never.
Okay.
Oh, I've never made this before.
Well, thanks for trying, I guess.
Well, no, I'm certain it will work.
Okay.
I suspect by the next time I see you, that leg will be healed right up.
Yeah, because we're gonna go fix it. But no, I appreciate the thought. All right. Bye. Good to see you.
Yeah, Gebeddo leaves following Keth.
Okay.
The fuck, this leg.
Dude,
What?
there's no diamond powder in there.
What do you mean? He said there was. He said he used enough or something.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to say yes, we could have it, so I just took it.
Oh, you have some?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Let's go find Asher.
Fuck yeah.
And have him cast that spell for you.
All right, great. Well, what the hell did I just drink then?
I have no idea. And the fact that you're alive is incredible to me.
Yeah, I expected something weird, but no, that's just nothing. It was just like a bad tasting drink.
Fucking knock on wood.
Yeah, okay. He knocks on wood.
Right. Keth actually has a tail behind him, and no one's noticed yet.
All of a sudden, Keth can see behind himself.
Right.
I want there to be unforeseen cool consequences.
God, I have 360-degree vision. My brain can't handle this.
Redbridge moves up behind you. She says, "Are the five of you going to see Caliph then?"
Oh, Keth and I are gonna go find Asher. Whenever Jennuvera and Gillik leave, if you want to just let them know that we're back.
She followed them out.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Gillik didn't.
All right, so we'll talk about that in a second, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't want to assume. I figured Jennuvera might have a thing for Adonan.
All right. Well, I will go.
Adonan.
Adnan.
I will go and get Caliph through the connection to the palace, and I'll bring him here.
Asher
great.
has walked away and realized that he's gotten closer to the main offices of Adventure Inc. and was like, I have more. I don't know how to get in touch with Caliph.
Asher, are you attempting to attune the shadow orb?
I haven't even thought about that yet, but I was.
Oh man, that's what I was fucking trying to do.
Yeah.
God damn it! Now you asked that question. Now you asked that question.
Yes.
I'd like to kind of. Can I make an Arcana check to understand what would happen if I did that?
Yes.
Because I don't want to attune myself to something and it's like, ha, it's cursed, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Because I've had DMs do that and it's always hurts my feelings. It's just fuck.
Is this a warning?
Don't do it. You've hurt my feelings before.
I'm just surprised Anthony threw us a bone with that diamond powder.
Honestly,
Honestly,
yeah.
Sarah.
What do you say? 18.
Okay.
I added 0 to it, so I rolled just an 18.
You believe that attuning the shadow orb would probably be very similar to attuning the other objects of pure magic that you have attuned, in that doing so would likely show that the orb had some sort of ability or power to lend you. You do not know what that would mean for your connection to shadow.
Fun. Okay, yeah. I think, to be safe, I should attune it. Asher is I kind of don't want Gillik to attune this because he's already had some close calls.
Is such high levels of horseshit. I'm so mad about this. Because I'm literally sitting there going, wait, why isn't this working like all the other magic items fucking work? Whatever. Keep going.
I wasn't gonna. My plan was not to attune it to the shadow.
You just said you were going to attune to it.
Well, I was thinking I should, but I don't.
Yes, exactly. That's what you were saying.
Well, it's a waste, but I also don't. I don't know, man. You got spooky ones.
Don't do
and
it.
you
I was
almost
like-
killed
I'm
us
like
all.
trying to do stuff, and Anthony's not giving me anything. And then all of a sudden now it's like, oh, would you like to attune to it? That's what I was looking for. I
Don't
have to
do
give
it.
that to you, but Gillik.
If you had kept the orb for any length of time, I would have asked you. That was what has to happen in all of those cases.
now it's
was
in
that
the
you hold
sticky
on to it for
pouch.
any length of time.
Understood. I was yes-anding and got hoodwinked by Asher.
Hell yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
What's
That's what happened. Asher didn't trust you to have
No, I was completely in character. I love you, Josh, but ow, I felt that through the Zoom stream.
Oh, that would have been funny if it hit you.
So, Gillik, you are with Adonan.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm with Adonan.
He turns around and he says, "Oh, Gillik.
Yeah.
I didn't see you come in. How long have you been here?"
Oh, I came in with everybody else.
When did everyone else come in?
Wait.
I'm sorry, I'm preoccupied.
Yeah, me too.
Well, what can I do for you?
I was wondering if you know anything about shadow orbs.
Oh, there are stories of the Shadow Orb. Yes, the Shadow Orb was a very powerful artifact from a long time ago. I think the Order of Pure Shadow is one that has once held the artifact and used it to try and call shadow magic to destroy the entities and the minions of the Shadow realm, basically trying to use Shadow to fight Shadow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I needed.
And Gillik walks out.
Okay. Oh, goodbye, Gillik.
Right. Thanks, Adnan.
Uh,
By the way, do you have any other information?
Oh, Gillik, I have been waiting for someone to ask. I have so much information I could share with you.
Awesome. I'm going to check on that later. I'm going to go now. I just wanted to make sure if there's other stuff I can ask.
Well, yes, there's always things I'm willing to tell you.
Right. Do you have pertinent information about the Shadow Orb, like any kind of dangers or anything you want to let me know ahead of time before I start doing stuff?
Shadow magic is incredibly pervasive. It's the kind of thing that when one uses it, it changes the individual themselves. And if they are susceptible to shadow, it will find its way into their soul, or so they say.
Perfect. All right. I'm out.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to learn about these salts I found?
No.
Well, your loss. He starts grinding more salt.
that apparently lights on fire for no reason.
So you guys head back to Adventure Incorporated. Redbridge heads through the portal and comes back a short time later with Kaelith. He comes to find you. He says, "Oh, I heard you have questions for me regarding high-level divination spells."
Yes. Are we all here?
Yeah.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously, scrying, great spell, but only limited to plane of existence. Is there a way you can enhance it so that we can potentially find where someone might be trapped or something, or communicate beyond our current plane?
Divination has been spotty at best of late. Although I'm feeling it very strongly in this place, which is good.
That's good.
Oh, well.
My thought is, how powerful a spell can you cast? Quite powerful? More potent than you would normally cast such a scrying?
Me?
Yes.
No. But
Okay.
But potentially in a few days, absolutely. For literally 6 seconds. The enchantment stone turned me to level 20.
Oh.
For 6 seconds,
Perhaps we
yes,
won't.
but no.
Perhaps we can do this together. We would need a very high-powered focus. Something that we could consume that we could withdraw a lot of magical energy from.
Not okay. Well, we have something that we could draw a lot of magical energy from, but we do not want to consume it. Specifically, divination magic.
I need to draw all of the energy, but if you're talking about the pendant,
Yeah.
that's not going to work.
Okay. Cool. Phew.
That is going to allow us to cast the spell. I can't draw from it like that.
What about the shadow orb that we have? I feel like we don't care if we make all of that energy disappear.
I don't know how to use shadow magic in that way.
Well, okay.
If you have some sort of a ritual component, like a unicorn horn, or if there would be some sort of ritual component that I could use to draw energy
What
from.
about like
I don't know.
what about like a focus worth at least 1,000 gold, such as a crystal ball, a silver mirror, or a font filled with holy water?
We would need a crystal ball for this regardless.
Damn it.
But to reach to another plane, I need something more powerful. Something of another plane,
Redbridge.
perhaps, or something connected to another plane. Some way for me to reach beyond.
Jennuvera pulls out the coin.
He takes it and he looks it over. He says, "Interesting."
It's connected to the person we're looking for.
That is helpful. I will consume this if I use it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can't use it to call him anyway, so our only... What, Gebeddo?
Once we find him, we're gonna want that.
Maybe he can give us something
But
else.
it summons him.
Right.
I'll
So
ask him for a
after
new
we
one.
found him,
Yeah.
He'll give us a new one.
Hopefully.
he just has a whole bunch of these?
I assume so. I don't know what else we can... I don't know what else.
I mean,
Redbridge?
we've got to have something here in the compound somewhere.
I don't know. I'm not a person who collects magic like that.
Gebeddo runs to
Goodbye, Gebeddo.
Marifa's old, room.
The one you've been using?
The
one you've been using?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for... Didn't we get a unicorn horn at one point and keep it in the compound?
Did we steal it
You
from
were
the
gonna-
Italians?
Oh, you guys might
Yeah.
have. Oh.
Did we
Yeah,
use that
I
for something,
wasn't-
though?
I don't believe you did.
No.
Oh, yeah, I have
I'm
it.
pretty sure we put it back in Marifa's office.
Oh yeah.
Man, all I did was get Gillik killed. You guys did quite a bit.
You run and you hunt through the office. You pull open the safe that you kept all of the stuff you acquired in there. There's a couple of gems in there that you stole, and you pull out the unicorn horn.
Great. I grab it and I run back to...
Get the crystal ball, too.
Or
Caleb has
crystal
one.
ball.
Caleb has one. It's fine.
No, I have a fucking crystal ball.
He says,
I just got unicorn horns and gems. I'm rich.
"Oh, there, perfect. Okay, yeah, this will do. Asher, we will both cast the spell.
Sure.
And hopefully this will be enough for us to push beyond the barriers,
Okay.
the limits of it.
Sure. Asher focuses his energy and starts the ritual.
As the magic begins to undulate between the two of you, your vision blurs of this place. You seem to, your eyes almost lift out of this scene, move beyond you, your body, your physical body, and you're looking at this place. And then a beam of light shoots from the crystal ball to the northeast. You follow that beam of light across the rest of Carapath, through Bradmont, into the mountains. There's like this small a village that you oversee, and then your eyes lift up beyond that village, all the way into they blur with a gray light and a flash of bright, and you see the familiar hallways that you were once in. But the connection, that beam of light that fired from the crystal, hits that village and fires up through the plains themselves to this point. And then your vision returns. Hey adventurers, DM Anthony here again. I just want to remind you that there are lots of ways to support the show. Head on over to patreon.com/adventureinc. Tell your friends about the show. Rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Links and more can be found at adventureinc.podbean.com. Thanks everyone, we'll see you next week.